put the post up on my website. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Cause I'm actually talking about getting some fucking money. Like I don't know what these dudes is talking about, but dang, I didn't mean to say it because I'm trying to keep the show. I'm trying. I want to lean cleaner, breezy, not to censor you or nothing like that, but just so more people can listen.
More people will listen. They don't really care too much.
No, I'm just saying, but I'm saying like I got all these different to a point I understand where John was talking about in the email he sent me because you want people to be more what's the word I'm getting ready to say? You want people to know you want people to respect you and you know
You
to
being
be
clean doesn't
accessible.
necessarily mean people are gonna respect your
No,
show.
no, 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 no. I'm just saying so it's more accessible. You know what I'm saying? Because
The
some
show.
people.
Wait. First off, accessibility means where can I get your show? Can I get it on iTunes? Can I get it on
Well, no, no, no. When
SoundCloud? Can
I'm
I
talking
get it
about,
on YouTube?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm talking
That's
about.
what accessibility means.
Okay, well, I'm talking about. Well, more so, I'm talking about. Uh, I don't know, just accessible to meaning that more people can listen to it and they don't have to worry about you know, obscenities and all that. But you know what?
That shouldn't be a
Breeze,
problem.
breeze, 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 breeze. I'm just gonna tell you something. Fuck it.
It's like seriously, like listen. I'm keep 100 with you. You're my man. Keep 100 with you. If you saying some shit people want to hear, whether it's cussing, swearing, knock knock jokes, whatever. If you saying something people want to hear, they gonna find a way to listen. The same way if people want to play a game, they gonna find a way to pirate it, get around their ISP, figure it out, and everything like that. I'm telling you, when you do that clean cut, blue tie, Jeff Foxworthy bullshit. Don't nobody want to hear that. They want to hear exactly what you're thinking. Ain't nobody got time for no politically correct answer. See, that's the problem with people. They too busy
Hmm.
trying to be politically correct and appease an audience who don't give a fuck about them in the first place.
Exactly.
Cause
You're
that's
right.
what. Cause I listen. I'll never forget this day. I remember when game trailers had Shane Satterfield on it. It had what's the other dude? Um, Marcus Beer on it. And I remember when they first started, they were the most legit. They just went in. I mean, they ain't swear too much, but like when it was needed for them to go in, they went in. They literally went in, and it was like, yeah, go in, call them out. And then later on, they got real PC, and people were like, and then they eventually quit and they left, and they doing their own thing now too. Like people want to know your honest emotions. They want to know how you feel about shit. Like that
Hmm.
whole accessibility thing, it really comes down to you being afraid of whatever you say fucking up your opportunities. And the
Hmm.
best way, listen, because you know how many rappers we know have the most craziest lyrics in the world, and they still sponsored by fucking Puma, Pepsi, uh,
Hmm.
Ricola.
I
Oh,
heard 50 Cent. Hold on. I heard 50 Cent just got sponsored his headphones.
exactly. I mean, even people like Dr. Dre got his own. Like that accessibility shit is bullshit. Own you, own what you do, own what you bout, and when you get in a business meeting or a business room, then you put that suit and tie on. But if I'm not in a business meeting in a business room and I'm having a podcast with my buddies or whoever, I'm about
Hmm.
to go to fuck in. Just go to fuck, cause that's what people want. Give them what they want. Lil Wayne said it best. I don't know why y'all like this music, but I keep making it for y'all.
Hmm. So this the Beats and Biz podcast. You know what I'm saying? Number 16. You see me. You see me and Breezy on here. So yeah, man. What's up with Twitch being hacked, man? So I get an email a couple days ago talking about some. Yeah, your password got hacked. You know what I'm saying? I said, what? Your information and got compromised. We didn't made you restart your password, all that good stuff. All your consoles and shit has been deactivated. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? What when do these hackers get tired, Breezy? Do they just listen to Kevin Gates and just go the fuck in? Like, do they, you know what I'm saying? Do they just be going in like, and you echoing, bro? But
Oh, hold
you
on.
know what I'm saying? Like they be going, they just go in and then yeah, man, it's nuts. It's
You
like
know. Oh,
when
go ahead.
like it's just I don't understand. Like I could see if Twitch was doing something to piss off the user base or whatever. But when does Twitch piss somebody off? And you know what? Because I know you probably know, Breeze. Do they got some deep demons in their closet that they can piss some dude off to go hack off into they shit or just? I'm sick of this, and you know what I'm saying, I don't want nobody coming after me, but I'm just sick of hackers just doing some shit for fun, man. When they can really like the thing about hackers is they know programming, they know coding. You know what I'm saying? They can get money doing something legit, but it's just the thrill of you know, I ain't gonna never get caught type shit. You know, and I was reading an article on one of our favorite websites, Kotaku, and
You got jokes.
well, I mean, no, I fool with like I told you last night, Breezy. We was talking off her. I don't have nothing against none of these websites, although while I don't agree with everything that they say, I don't have nothing against these people personally because they ain't nobody's, you know what I'm saying, came after me and my family or pop shit like some of these dudes that we know. And that's the people that I have issue with. I don't have an issue with Kotaku or Polygon or Dual Shockers or whoever because I don't know these people personally and we ain't doing business. And if they want to do business with me, they're going to have to cut a check. So there's no, you know what I'm saying, there's nothing I don't have no malice against them. Although, do I agree with some of the things that some of these people on the website? Because it's not the whole entire website itself. It's certain people on the website and how they feel, and as long as they put that little editor's note in there to say, hey, uh, this isn't necessarily our opinion or whatever, or they come out and say that, then I'm fine because it's the same thing with me and you saying something on this podcast. Anything that I say may not reflect you, and anything that you say may not reflect me. It go both ways. It's just how we feel. You feel me? And I
There's a
feel like
difference with that, but okay, go on.
no, I'm just saying it's what the way that they feel. Even if somebody is, let's just say, setting them up to feel some type of way, or they paid to down somebody or whatever. Because it's at the end of the day, it's business, Breeze. They gotta
Okay,
do stuff.
if it's business,
They gotta do stuff. Hold on. They gonna do stuff that is not everybody. Everybody is not gonna do stuff to appease people and make people happy and kiss up to everybody. Sometimes people gonna get pissed off, and controversy always sells. You know what I'm saying? Like this is just the world we live in. This is where we at, and people gonna say some shit to shake some shit up, and make some shit go down. So
okay, I agree with some of what you say, but for the Twitch thing, I'm going to the other thing. It's a good and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing that some little script kiddies found the exploit and Twitch found it, and so they can plug that hole. That's a good thing. It's better than some hardcore dudes getting all your shit and then fucking over you in a very significant way. They're a necessary evil, because the little hacks they do from here and there help bolster, get stronger security. So like if it's a real like somebody really wants to do harm to thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people through their account, this is what they do helps find those holes, and it's an inconvenience for people who just want to enjoy whatever service they have. It really is, and it sucks. But, you got to go through it, and it sucks. I know, but you got to go through it. As for what you just said about Kotaku and the difference between me saying I don't like a game and I don't like the fan base that visits my website are two different things. If we're talking about this as business, if you are a business owner right now, any one of you, and you had a person in your business and your business catered to black people, right? And I'm going to do this with race because it's easier this way. If you do this and you cater to black people and the person at your front desk wears a KKK outfit, insults every black person that comes to your office, that's inevitably going to affect your business, even if you don't agree with what he's saying. Okay? And what you have at these websites, nobody's saying they can't have these opinions. Nobody's saying that. But what they're saying is it should not be acceptable for a website that caters to this audience to have writers that vehemently dislike that audience, because that does affect business for that website as a whole. And at some point, like, I'm all for people saying what they want to say. Like, if you're not, like, and I'll put this out there, you know, this is how I feel about it, honestly. If I own a business and somebody wrote for me and they were as racist, sexist, misandrous, misogynistic as they wanted to be on their Twitter and not in my establishment, I don't care. I don't. But the moment you are pushing stuff on my website, the moment you are insulting the people on my website, through my website, as a platform, I cannot have that. Because now you're fucking up my long term. Now, if this was on your website, on your Twitter, I could pull you aside and be like, hey, bro, I know you wilding out right now. I know that's what you do, but can you cool it a little bit, please? I mean, you can still say what you want to say, but, dial it down. You at a 10 right now. I need you to be at like a 3. That's cool. But when you put that front page, I can't hide that. I can't take it down. I can't do anything really other than stand by it at that point. Because there are so many different levels. Because if I'm the editor, right? If I own the website, if I'm editor-in-chief, and this goes live, who the hell approved it? Who allowed this to be written? And why didn't it come across my desk? So that makes me look incompetent. It makes me look like I don't know what I'm doing as an editor-in-chief. It makes me look like I don't know my fan base, and it calls into question my capability of running this business. So that's where this situation is. I mean, I disagree with a lot of people on a lot of things. I do. And everyone's entitled to feel a certain way about a certain thing. They are. I've had disagreements with people over stuff like the Eric Garner situation, the Trayvon situation. I mean, full-blown argument, screaming and yelling at each other, right? And I'm okay with them feeling that way about those situations and whatnot. But see, that is them yelling with me behind closed doors. That's not them taking out a poster board on the interstate saying that shit. It's not them, on doing like the presidential inauguration or some shit, saying some shit like that. It is not acceptable. It's just not. You never see Fox News saying all Republicans are racist, sexist, trash. Because if that anchor did that, that anchor would be fired. You would never see an anchor get on television and lie publicly, and if you did, they would be suspended for 6 months, like Brian Williams. These people who have said this, who sent this message and grouped together to send this message, really, no punishment has come to them. They gloat about being able to talk shit about their audience, about the people that they're supposed to be guiding on what to buy and what to purchase. They talk shit about them, and they gloat about still having jobs.
But check
this is a problem.
But check this out, though. That's my thing, is that if they not getting hit off in the pockets yet, and if they're, you know what I'm saying, now, what you told me, some of these websites are getting hit off in the pocket, hit up in the, whatchamacall them? they are getting hit up in the pockets right now, and they gonna get, I mean, they gonna start seeing it. They gonna start coming back around to the consumer. I mean, what we seeing now, man, is what I equate to rappers getting getting on a fourth or fifth platinum plaque. These people have been blessed time and time again. They have been blessed to have a fan base. They have been blessed to have these different things, and sometimes, uh, you know what I'm saying. Sometimes they just want to talk shit and hold their nuts. You know what I'm saying? And and the thing about it is the fan base ain't checking them. I mean, they are being checked to a degree, uh, but at the same time, they not being checked. Like, if somebody like let's look at Trinidad James, and shout out to Trinidad James. I'm just gonna bring this example up. Now, Trinidad James got on stage right before he got dropped by Def Jam, right? And he got on stage and he was like, he was in New York. He said, you know what? The South runs the radio. We run this shit. I grew up listening to so and so, so and so. Some heckler, somebody called him out. I guess I don't know. He was just feeling himself. And when he said that shit, he got the whole backlash of New York City. Did nobody, like, the label folded because they're like, well, we can't have nobody talking this shit on in the city. We can't do it. And that's why I don't think it was because of the record sale. They just dropped him because they didn't want him to be a liability. Because they can't take him nowhere on the East Coast now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But Trinidad James was so cool with it. He came back and he elaborated it, and then, he made a whole bunch of socially conscious records and shit. And then he started making his own shit bubble, and he still is able to perform off of All Gold, everything, and introduce his new material. I got to put his last 2 mixtapes or albums or whatever on the site because I think he, is a dope dude. You know what I'm saying? And when you put your foot in your mouth like that, somebody got to come along and check you. And the whole entire New York City checked him. The radio checked him. The artists checked him. The other folks that was hanging out with him was like, I don't think you should have said that. But these websites, they not being, people ain't checking them like that. And the people that's visiting them ain't checking them like that. And that's the reason why this shit still goes on, is because nobody is nut checking these people on these websites. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're absolutely right. Nobody, because it literally got this bad because of the nature that is, I would say, the laid back approach that a lot of gamers have. Is kind of like, whatever, who cares? I'm just trying to chill out and try to figure out how to do the Raging Demon or some shit. And so, like, when that article will come out and say, this game does this, that game does that, whatever, it's just, sweep it on the rug, who cares? But now that you have a flurry of, games coming out that are, $60, people are starting to question whether they're worth $60. You have all this DLC coming out, and more games coming out not finished, and you have more journalists, essentially hyping up what are broken products day one or unfinished products day one. I think is more apt. And now you see the change, and now you see the transition, and now you have developers as well. Coming out saying that they don't like the established quo either, and there's a big push right now, and it's been a steady push for the last 7 months to get that all changed. And I think it's for the good because, I've known you for some years, you've known me for some years, and, we've had conversations, you and I, about the problems that is associated with the industry and the people who write for large websites not really knowing the material. And I see this as a good. I see this as fixing what should have been fixed years ago and moving more in a direction that's not all about what number a game gets, but is there actual content there. And is my money well spent? Which I think is what ultimately everyone cares about is my money well spent?
Yep. And that's, I mean, but that's the thing, and I agree with you on that. I feel like people need to be justified if they spending that money at $60, that 70, that $80. You know what I'm saying? It needs. I'll say it. It needs to be justified. And see, my whole stance on it is, I feel like the companies need to be more need to have more faith in their title. I feel like if you got to come out and tell me about DLC before the title comes out, you don't. And like Mortal Kombat, what we're gonna talk about later on, you know what I'm saying, is one thing where we know that this is coming and stuff like that. We know that they're gonna do it like they've been doing it, and it's successful, and it's actually DLC worthy content. Like it is reasonably priced. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of games now they want to nickel and dime. I feel like the industry, like I told you last night, Breezy, is being nickel and dime to death, and I feel like that's what's killing not killing the industry, but that's what's clogging up the industry.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
then with Twitch, my thing is with the hacking community. I'm not dissing nobody. I don't want nobody coming after me, but it's just like why? Like I mean, I understand what you were saying, Breezy, but it's just kind of like I had to. It just sucks that in this day and age, I gotta check. I'm watching out for a hacker more than I'm watching out for a dude finna pull up on me and rob me blind. Because it's essentially the same thing. Only difference is they doing it online where they can't see me face to face. You know what I'm saying? And that's where my issue with it is like, and that's something cold blooded that Ice-T said on his podcast, on the Final Level podcast. He said, "Man, look, in a minute ain't finna be no more gangsters in the street. They all finna be online." And it's happening right now. Like we got these cats that's very talented, and they said, why do I need to work a regular job where you know what I'm saying, I had to stand on my feet every day. I had to beg people to, and then I had to come home, beg people to wash my shit, or I had to, scrub the floor or whatever. And then I got to also try to get a job, and then I got to do this and do that, and then and when I can just, hit a lick on somebody's bank account, switch up the accounts, change my ISP, flip it over, and by the time they figure out what the hell happened, I'm sitting here with 20 bands in my account, and I'm living in my mama's basement, and I'm sitting up on top of this damn money. So whenever they move out or die or whatever,
Hold on.
but yeah.
It's not as simple as that. There's a
Oh
lot
no,
more
I
to it.
know it ain't. I know it ain't as simple as that, Breezy. I'm
Okay.
just making the point that this is what
Okay.
the fuck. This is what the fuck is going on. Like, you know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean, like what you have is there are three distinct groups. You have the script kiddies, the kids who are getting into hacking and want to see where they can hack, and then you have I'm gonna probably get this wrong. You got the black hat hackers who want to do criminal shit, and then you have the white hat who want to do, I think it's blue collar and activist type stuff, or they generally want to expose corruption and stuff like that,
Hmm.
you know. And so there's three groups of it, and like the people who got at Twitch, they got at Twitch to say, okay, we managed to do Twitch, and I hear what you're saying, and I agree. Again, to what you're saying, but it's the same thing. Like, why go to the moon? Why figure out, you know, how to sail across the ocean? It's partly because it's there and they want to see if they can do it. Because that's what
Hmm.
really motivates these guys is, can we do the impossible? Can we? So, like, last year when Sony said, we want hackers to come and hack us, worst thing you can do, because now you've given them something that they believe is impossible to do. And so they're going to go for it, and they're going to pour everything they have into it. Many of them have jobs. Many of, like you said, many of them are programmers on their day-to-day lives, and they do their hacking thing, you know, um, just for shits and giggles. One of the most famous ones we had last generation for consoles was GeoHope, the guy who cracked the PS3 code, and then next thing you know, everyone had custom firmware. Um, he had an actual job. He was a well-off kid. His family did have money. Unfortunately, he fit your stereotype. But you know,
No, I'm not stereo. I'm just saying it is what it is. Like it's not a stereotype when it's a well, it is. I guess it
it is
is,
a
but
stereotype.
but at the same time, it's like a whole. It's like a jug almost. Like they instead of going out risking their neck in the street, if they fast enough and can beat the cybersecurity people, which is now becoming a good field for people to get into because now they have degrees dedicated to this because this shit is getting out of hand.
Yeah, you can
And
make
there's
up
this,
to like 180,000 a year in cybersecurity.
here's what I'm saying. Like you basically the digital, cop, and you know what I'm saying. You
You
get to
are the guy from the Matrix.
basically, yeah, you got to run and you got to try to stop the dude from hacking in and getting his shit together. And yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's the thrill of them whatchamacallit them, like it's the thrill of them getting away with it, and it's like they get to get all this money in their account and
It's well, I wouldn't say getting away with it is the thrill. It's more so, can I do it? Because like I mean, there are a lot of things people do in life not because they can get away with it. It's can I do it? Because when you look at the hacking community and what motivates a majority of them, profit. Because the most part, I mean, the black hat crew, it's a small amount of them, and when I say small, a couple thousand, we'll say, that I don't know them personally, but I know of these groups. It's only about a couple thousand of them. If you look at the others, for the most part, the white hats and the script kiddies, it's just they're like that little kid. You have the script kiddies who want to be an astronaut, and then the white hats are like, yeah, we're astronauts, but we work for government. You know what I mean? And so
mm,
that's what it kind of is. And a lot of them all have the same philosophy of, you know, doing it because it is the impossible. It is the Goliath in their David, and
mm,
it's weird. It's hard to talk about, you know what I mean? In the sense that it's a lot of complex reasons to why they do it, but ultimately, it prevents something drastic from happening. Like, because remember the Sony hacking, you had Sony got
mm.
hacked. Only thing came out of there was emails and whatnot, when it came to, Sony
No,
motion
no, no, no,
pictures.
no, 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 no. Oh, you talking about the last hack? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
the
what you talking
Sony
about.
motion pictures, emails, and I mean, yeah, but the Sony PlayStation, you had credit cards, and that's also Sony's fault as well, because had we never known, had they never hacked Sony, none of us would have known that they kept all of our secure login information and credit card numbers in a text file. Like that's literally like that's literally getting a freezer bag to hold your money and stapling it to your chest. That's
Mm-hmm.
not security. That's not security. We know you got money on you. So
Uh,
that was a good, even though, network was down for like 2-3 weeks. It sucks Sony had to give free games away behind it, but at the same time, it made them realize that security is not a joke and they have to up their game. So I do agree with you. It's an inconvenience and it sucks. But
mm-hmm. So, moving on to our next topic. Okay, so I'm on the PSN the other day, and I noticed that Dead or Alive 5 Final Round for the PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PS3, all that shit. Um, they have almost almost $100 worth in DLC for costumes.
yeah.
Now, I ain't never ever wanted to beat off to no daggone $90, $100 worth of DLC just so I could see what's the name, Jain or whatever the Katsumi,
Ayane.
Jain, Katsumi or whatever bust it down. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't gonna make them bucket naked. You know what I'm saying? Because that's gonna be a AO rated game. Which if you're gonna do $100 worth of DLC, damn it, put it on the damn PC and make it AO so you know people can do their shit and whatever. Because they're already doing it with mods and shit like that. So you know what I'm saying? Like I just I don't know, man. It just shit pisses me off. You feel
Well, the
me?
thing, with Dead or Alive, I mean that community, um, it's a good game. It's not bad necessarily. It's good, but you know the main attraction of that game is chicks and outfits. You know, let's not beat around the bush. There was a Dead
Yeah,
or
I
Alive
mean,
volleyball
no, but
game.
I look, I want to see them. If you gonna make them bust it down, make them bust it all the way down, cause they for $100 they need to be jumping out the damn screen, damn near for
Yeah,
me to
but
be.
it's optional, so
Yeah, but damn it, that's the thing we was gonna talk about in this Mortal Kombat segment. We're gonna move that up, and we're gonna talk about these other remasters in a second. It's like, why is it $100 fucking?
it's a lot.
Why? Like it's a buttload of damn panties and bras and some damn cod pieces for the male characters because they got that shit too. I saw. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is some bullshit. $90 like Capcom fucked the whole game up. Like I mean, no disrespect to Capcom because y'all need to come fuck with me. But anyway, anyway, the thing is like that's fucking insane for some draws and brawls. Like I can't get
I mean,
behind
you
that,
can
bro.
buy an individual outfit,
No. But guess how much the individual outfit
like
costs,
two
dude?
something.
No, three something, three four something. This is that bullshit from Street Fighter 4 that they didn't carry it over into all this other shit that they,
Didn't the DLC for Dead or Alive come way after though?
Yeah, but they can't. This is what they did, Breezy. They had Dead or Alive 5. Then they sat up there and said, okay, we need to fix some shit, and we ain't gonna patch it. Let's do Dead or Alive 5, perfect game. I loved it. Y'all can go look at the review on STFU and Play .com, the archive, because it ain't the site no more. But shout out to Torrance. But yeah, man, I love that shit, and it was cool. Then they said, "Oh, we're gonna do Dead or Alive Ultimate." That shit had DL. They had no the DLC for Dead or Alive 5 was costumes, draws, brawls. It was cheaper. Then they came out Ultimate. This price went up, and it was a couple of new characters. Then they said, "Okay, well the new consoles is coming out. We can squeeze one last dollar out this motherfucker. Let's put it out there on PS4 and Xbox One and make it seem like." And then they brought the breastises wiggle back. They brought the booby wiggle. You know what I'm saying? Back to full force. So now they sitting up there. They sitting up there and everything is twerking. They stop moving and they still twerking. So you know that's where I'm at with it. Like I don't know.
I don't know, man. I mean, because I honestly, I don't agree. I mean, my take on DLC is it has to be worth it. Costumes honestly aren't worth it. In my opinion,
Mhm.
unless they're really fly ass costumes. I've seen a couple of the outfits, and it's like, at most, I think those outfits should only be about $1 to $2. Especially because some of them are like there's Halloween, there's Christmas, there's just seasonal outfits in there too. So I honestly don't know. It's one of the reasons why I tend to stay away from games I know that are gonna have DLC because it's just like I don't want to deal with the bullshit. And it sucks that most games now have DLC. So it's just I don't know, but that is ridiculous. $100 for a bunch of fucking outfits.
Just to beat off on, and then there's somebody out there that's gonna do it though, because their thirst level is
Somebody
on
was doing it
over.
before the outfits came out. What
Well,
you
hey,
talking
I'm just saying. So now we're gonna move into Mortal Kombat. Yeah, man. We talked a little bit about it last week, and then on the mini soul that I had with John, I still hadn't had a phone call with him, but whatever, fuck it. Uh, like I say, this combat pack. Now I'm gonna school y'all watching. I'm gonna show y'all how to get this game. If you want to get it right now and get the combat pack right now, and you get it for the low. This is what you do right now. You log into that PSN right now. You go get the little 10% code, right? You put that shit in. And when you put that shit in, you're gonna get 10% off of the premium edition. It's the digital premium edition. You won't have a disc, but you will get all the shit, Go Roll, the combat pack, all that shit for I think $72, which ain't bad. Like you were literally paying $5 extra on $6 or $7 extra that you would have paid driving to the store, picking the game up, or waiting for that shit to come in the mail. You'll have that shit. You'll be able to play straight off your console. No, very little to low lag. Unless your connection is fucked up, and you will have everything, and you'll be good to go. You won't have to even, your shit will just download and be ready for your ass when you get through getting out here getting money, or putting your gear to sleep or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Making it do what it do with your boo. But yeah, you can get that shit right now, $72. Go do it right now, because if you don't do it in the next couple of days, you will have to pay $80, and ain't nobody got time for that. So yeah, they just dropped this Shaolin trailer, and they confirmed that Liu Kang and Kung Lao will be coming back to the series, and they will be in the game. They will be in that bitch. So so that you can ease your mind on that, Breezy. Now the people in the combat pack is Tanya from Mortal Kombat 4, Tremor from what is that game? Was it Special Forces or Sub-Zero? One of them games. So whatchamacallem? What else did they have? I'm trying to remember. So yeah, they putting it out. So I don't have no problem with this, really. I don't have a problem with the DLC packs and everything. I feel like the characters that they're offering up are not conducive to the story. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like they're not whatchamacallem. They're not. It's not a make or break thing. So there you go.
All right.
So how you would so elaborate what you was trying to tell me last night about you said they just put all of it in there and let the game sell.
Well, my my feeling towards this is instead of them going and getting IPs from other companies like Predator and Jason, I feel those spots should go towards either bringing back more old characters from the Mortal Kombat series or creating even more new ones. When I think about Mortal Kombat, I don't want to think about Predator. I don't want to think about Jason. I know it's a cool crossover. I know it's a cool idea. I know it's optional, these characters to purchase. But at the same time, it's like when I think about what people want from Mortal Kombat, they want Mortal Kombat. They don't want Mortal Kombat and Predator. The next thing is, taking characters like Goro, flagship character, one of the characters people love to fight as a boss, taking him and putting him behind, a $5 pre-order bonus only to, later on in the year give him away to everybody for free, I think is absolutely not cool. I mean, this is an iconic character. People want to play as him. People want to fight against him. They deserve to have him. And it's not even really a question of entitlement, air quotes. It's more so I look at it as this is what your franchise was built upon. It was built upon these iconic characters. So absolutely, they should be included. Characters like Tanya, I'm on the fence with Tanya. I don't really remember Tanya that much. I know no, that's Jade. I'm thinking about that water green outfit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Tanya, I'm on the fence about, but like, to me, you don't do that, and you don't go and grab random characters because why not? Like, we had last year, what was it? Soul Calibur. You had Yoda and you had Darth Vader. Then we went
And
on
what's his
to
name? What's his name? Star Killer.
yeah, Star Killer. Then we went on to I think it was another Mortal Kombat from there. You had Kratos in the game, and it's like to me, I feel like when they're doing this in a way to say, hey, if you've ever wanted to see Predator in a fighting game, here's your chance. Hey, if you ever want to see Jason in a fighting game, here's your chance. And it's just like, fuck that. If you're gonna make a game about a bunch of iconic killers, murderers, monsters, then make a game about those iconic killers, monsters, and murderers. Don't
Mm-hmm.
shoehorn them into an established IP already. That's silly to me. It just it don't make sense to me. Like I was telling you, like it's the equivalent to me of them saying, "Yo, here's Mortal Kombat, and we got Sackboy." It's like, what? Why is
Yeah, we
Sackboy?
got Sackboy.
I mean,
Yeah.
and I know, like you said, they're not gonna have any real story elements, Predator, and whatnot. But it's just like, if he's not gonna be a part of the story, why the fuck even have him in there?
Mm-hmm. I see what your sentiment is, and that's why a lot of people, like I was saying earlier, everybody's not gonna buy the DLC, but there are people like me that is going to buy it. Like they're not just doing Predator; they're gonna do like how the dude in what's the name of that game? Not the game, but what's the name of that movie Predator? They're gonna have a skin for uh Jax Briggs or whatever for the dude, the black guy in Predator. I forget his name right now. So you know what I'm saying? Um, it's just kind of like I don't know, man. It's kind of weird in the fact that you know it's kind of weird in the fact that they went that route. I will say that they went and they decided, hey, let's go and get Predator. Let's go and get uh Jason or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm glad that they are bringing other iconic film franchise characters and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Into the fold because it gives something. You know, it gives us something new to see and do. And I hope they bring Kratos back. I hope they bring in Spine. And see, the thing about NetherRealm is they don't just slap on a character, like they actually fully integrate the character uh into that universe. You know what I'm saying? Uh and it's not a slapsticky, let's throw the person, in the game or whatever. Is let us actually go in here and make this character be a part of our universe, even though we know it is they're not a part of the universe, but we're gonna add them and we're gonna integrate them so well that if a person was to come in and they never seen Jason, like a younger person or whatever, or never seen whatever, they're going to want to know and then go back and see those movies and then experience that for the first time. You know what I'm saying? So
I doubt that, but
I mean, no, I'm saying it depending on how cool they make the characters because it's the same thing in
well,
Injustice how they put in Scorpion.
wait. Sorry to cut you off. But like, Jason is already established. Predator
No, I'm
is already
talking. No,
established.
I'm saying like no, I'm saying for people who are younger. Let's just say like if they 16, 17, or no, 17, 18.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. They're gonna see him and be like, "Yo, this is a cool character. Who is he? Let me Google him. Oh, he's in this movie." And they're gonna be like, "But I thought he was a part of this game." And then they're gonna be like, "Well, isn't he a part of this franchise?" They're gonna be like, "No, that's just a
No,
small
no,
thing that
no.
they
But they
did."
gonna see. But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think kids is dumb that they won't realize that this is a guest person. They paying for the DLC, and a lot of times their parents just paying for the shit so that they good. But this is just I just feel like this is just a, it's a cool crossover, and then if people don't like it, they don't like it. I ain't gonna sit up here and try to so you like some people do, breezy, and liking some shit that they really like. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. So, oh,
It's a fighting game character. He's gonna be decent. They're gonna fight with him, and he's just gonna be there.
all right. So why the hell is God of War 3 getting remastered, and why the hell is this bitch $40? Why? Why couldn't we like Torrance said on his podcast? Why the fuck is God of War 3 $40 when they could have put all these shits on one disc for $60? That would have been $10 a game. Probably shit would have sold like gangbusters, and I probably would have traded my shit in that I got now and bought that collection. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this shit? Why is this shit? Uh, why is it? Why is it for one game? It's the same exact shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it, Breezy. You maybe you explain. Explain this shit to me.
Um, the reason that they made a re-release of it and they're gonna charge people $40 is because, for one, it's easy to go back and re-release a game and to test the market and see if they're ready for another version of the game. And two, cash grab. Fucking cash grab. Every remaster at this point is a cash grab. You take Square Enix. Square Enix has been remastering a lot of shit recently, and Square Enix actually sent out an email, a survey, and they were like, "Hey, what would you guys like us? What would you guys like for us to see, or would like for us to go back to?" And it's like, well, you got your Kingdom Hearts, your and there's a few other ones. I just totally had a brain fart right there. Anyway, what I was trying to say was there are a bunch of titles that Sony, Square, Capcom, and a few other big companies can go and actually make, and give somebody, people some worth of a title, or maybe do a small new indie style, release like a Valiant Hearts or a Child of Light to hold people over that only costs, maybe 1 or 2 million to produce, but they don't want to do that. They want to make that cash grab. This is a cash grab, and they want to test the market. This is how you do it.
All right. Metal Slug 3, a game that's been ported and re-released so many damn times, $14 on PSN. This is the bullshit that I be talking about. Now I love SNK. My homeboy had my stepbrother has a whatchamacallit, has a shit. He had a Neo Geo, and I was all in the Neo Geo back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was all into that shit. That was me. I was living and breathing it because I would want to go to his house. Like, I was the dude that had the Sega. I was the dude that had the N64 and shit like that. But he was the only cat that I knew that his mom went out and bought that shit for him. And I think he still got it. I hadn't talked to him in a while. I need to check on him because I saw, my stepmom or whatever recently, probably about 8 months ago. But I gotta check in with him and see how he doing, and see if he want to break that bitch out, play some Samurai Showdown. Not the re-release one, because I'm thinking about getting that one, but it's got some USB, like some HDMI problems. So I might have to buy another HDMI kit. But it's just like, I'm just so tired of these damn re-releases, Breezy, where the game they charging for this shit, and it just doesn't make sense. I don't understand. It's DJ Killzone Jones. I don't understand why this shit has to be so expensive. It's just like it don't. That game should have been no more than $10 for all three consoles: PS4, PS3, and the Vita. It should not be that damn much.
For the remaster, I would say the perfect price for a remaster that has more than one title on the disc.
No, this is just one title. This is
Oh yeah,
not
well
the
if
one
it
on
if
the
it's
Wii.
one title, $20.
No, fuck no, not for Metal Slug.
Oh no, not Metal Slug. I thought we were talking about God of War shit. I'm like,
No, we talking about Metal Slug, Breezy Metal
oh well, Metal
Slug.
Slug. No, that should probably be like what, 10, 15, $10. Because has it been re-released previous to this? Which
Yeah, 2, 3 times.
Oh well then yeah, it needs to be like 10, $15.
I got that shit on my phone.
Honestly, what they should do is if you've already owned the title previously on say like that, like the previous console, like 1 year, so like if you bought it, then you should get it at a discounted price. That's what they should
No,
do.
they should get that shit away for free. Damn it, shit got me all the way fucked up. Anyway, so we're gonna move on to the next topic, man. So what the hell happened? Why I made a video about this one week. I don't understand why Lil Twist decided he was gonna be a full blown thug this week and beat up old boy Corey from That's So Raven. What the hell, man? What's up with this shit, man? What is up with these celebrities and shit wilding out? Like I know Lil Twist's career kind of been on a downswing. Like he ain't really put out a hit in a minute. He had a couple little songs and shit. But he really ain't been putting his all into the shit because, right now, Birdman and Lil Wayne are in litigation. But Birdman had already threw in the white flag to say that, hey, they're going to put this album out. It'll be Weezy's last album on Cash Money. And then after that, Young Thug is going to put out Carter 6, and that's going to be his album. And Lil Wayne gonna probably take dude to court to say, hey, you can't put that out because I'm probably gonna put it out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this shit is just crazy. Like, I was in awe. I'm like, how the fuck? Why is this nigga is a grown ass man? Because I think he 20, he like 19, 20, something like that. He got some money. It ain't like he totally broke and all up in Wayne's shit. Like he actually had money. He had shit before Wayne. He had shit after Wayne. He may not be getting the money that he really wants, but shit, put out some fucking music. Like you gonna have to do a mixtape, and I know he don't probably want to do a mixtape. Put a mixtape out and ain't really put no shit behind it. You gotta do that shit, man. You gotta do that shit if you can't charge for that shit right now, put it out and do a Gucci Mane and put it on iTunes and shit later. I understand that shit. And then, do like Wayne did, just spit over other niggas' beats until you can do your album. Sorry for the twist or some shit. I don't know, but beating up fucking Corey, hanging out. He hang out at more niggas' houses than I know. As a grown man, you shouldn't be going over a nigga house no more than probably once or twice a week. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to chill and kick back or whatever, sip your brew, play some games and shit like that. But this nigga is staying he had a whole house that him and Wayne or somebody didn't pay for. And this nigga staying over other niggas' houses. Like, he was at Justin Bieber's house for I don't know how the fuck long. Like, you a grown ass man. What the fuck is you spending the night over at the damn house for? Maybe if he brought some bitches through, but if you ain't got no bitches, man, that look suspect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can see if Justin was like, bro, I'm bringing about five of them tonight, nigga. You gonna stay over, nigga? Get some of this. I can't handle all these bitches at once. Then he go, all right, yeah. I'm all in there. I'm over here with you, JB, tonight. Where they at though? I'm gonna get the light skinned one. You get the dark skinned one. Or we ain't gonna play that game. Fuck that shit. But I'm just saying, like, what the hell? And then Corey. What the hell Corey been up to? I ain't seen Corey out in a minute, man. When Corey in the house went off, you ain't seen this man in nothing. This nigga just counting that damn check. You know what I'm saying? Him and Raven made so much damn money from Disney Channel. It's crazy. That shit was crazy. I'm trying to get on Raven right now. You feel me? I'm trying to be at the house. I come clean the house. I cook you some food. I rub your back. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me stop. This ain't gonna. I ain't gonna be thirst a lot on this motherfucking podcast.
Yeah.
L to the no. But you know,
Um.
I don't know, Breezy. You make some sense of this bullshit. This shit that pissed me off.
I
6 fucking felony count. Man, you know what? I don't want him to go to jail. Like I said in my video, I feel like, you know, maybe they could work this shit out. But this nigga, you know, this nigga Corey said, fuck this. I'm calling them 12 on niggas. You ain't gonna beat the shit out of me and rob me. You know, he hit that Charlemagne panic button. So go ahead, Breezy. My bad.
You go to somebody's house or a party and you assault them. You know, and you assault them not in like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, we get into a fist fight or whatever. You assault them and then you rob them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a whole nother level of, you know, what the fuck, you know. I think if this was just, you know, a straight up like drunken fist fight, you know, it would have been swept under the rug or whatever. But
just straight hit a lick on their ass.
Something else went down, and that's why they going all the way through with it. But like, really, you get in a fight with some kids off the Disney Channel, dude.
Mm-hmm. He had a whole lick on their ass, and you know,
like I mean, what type of like? I don't know. Like that makes no sense to me. You gonna get in a fight with some kids from the Disney Channel?
Yeah, you know they calling them 12. So as soon as you get through whooping their ass, you go. And they gonna riot. You robbing them too? Oh, yeah. Baby, they gonna call up 12 in a minute.
Yeah.
I knew that when they said yeah, man. Like, and the 6 felony counts, dog. Like, it's some more bullshit, man. And Breezy, you echoing a little bit, man.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's all good, man. I'm just saying. But yeah, man, this is some more bullshit. I can't. I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Let's move on. So Action Bronson new album came out in this Fire Flame. I mean, this is I don't know. This is the return of this year. This year and the end of last year was like the return of the spitters. Like we had Big Crit, we had my man Jeff Poe that always puts the shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like we had all this shit come out. And people is actually in this bitch spitting. You know what I'm saying? Like, they in this motherfucker spitting and they talking about some shit. It ain't just money, bitch, money, bitch. They, you know what I'm saying? It is, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's actually, you know, it's actually people spitting and actually getting it in and actually making some shit, saying some worthwhile and relevant shit and talking about the neighborhood and talking about, you know, just, you know, talking about life and talking about, you know, just talking about some good things, you know what I'm saying? And then having fun at the same time, like, I ain't never felt this good. I ain't gonna say I ain't never felt. It's getting back to the you know what I'm saying, the 90s and shit, where we, you know, where we getting back to people actually spitting, people actually you know what I'm saying, actually are coming out and saying stuff and being actual lyricists and wordsmiths. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how you feel about the album, Breezy, but I'm just telling folks, man, if you got, you know, $10 in your pocket, head up to that Walmart or that Target or wherever you get your music from, online or wherever, and buy that Mr. Wonderful, man. This album, I ain't even through the whole thing yet, but I ain't skipped the track yet. You know what I'm saying? So have you heard it, Breezy?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going.
I had a busy week.
I I gotta start sending you this shit early in the week, so that's my fault. So we're gonna come back and talk about all these different albums next week when we had time to actually sit down both and listen to the album. So what else is going on, man? So I don't know. Like they're getting ready to announce the PlayStation Plus lineup for April. Xbox Live games with gold. They actually are doing. They're gonna have a few games. They're gonna have Child of, there's a Child of Light. Yeah, Child of Light. They're gonna have some other. What is it? Child of Light, Assassin's Creed. Years of War, Judgment. They gonna have a. They gonna double. They doubling up this month. In PlayStation so far, we're gonna see Dishonored and Woe Dave. Now, I don't know, why. It may not be the whole lineup. We might see something that we wasn't expecting, but it looked like Xbox Live Gold is trying to really, really, really push the envelope because they having about 5 or 6 games this time around, Breezy. So, do you think, okay, between PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live, what series do you think is giving folks the most bang for their buck?
In terms of online services,
Yeah.
This is a thing I would say depends on a person's preference of games they like to play.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at what's come out exclusively so far, that being Bloodborne and what's the other PlayStation exclusive?
Infamous Second Son, Killzone,
Infamous Second Son.
Shadowfall.
If you look at the lineup so far, I would say, just from looking at the lineup, the PlayStation lineup seems to be a little bit stronger.
I had to disagree. Even though I'm a PlayStation fanatic, I will say Xbox came with the games, and they've been coming with more games. That was the thing that they was lacking as far as exclusives last generation. They had more third-party support than, you know what I'm saying, than a chick, a stripper chick with 3 sugar daddies. So, you know what I'm saying? So they had all that shit, locked down. I think this time they had Rise, they had Dead Rising 3, they had Titanfall, they had some shit now. I don't think, I will say, like right now, pound for pound, I don't think either one, as far as exclusive wise, that's more so just talking about the service, because that's where they've been giving away these, these top flight first party games and these dope indie games, So I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle of the road. If you feel PlayStation is it, then PlayStation. I mean,
slightly. I don't think it's like leading by a fucking million man march length. It's just, when I look at, because as a service, because you buy more than just the online monthly shit. When I look at the quality of games both have come out with, it's like, yeah, the Xbox One had a lot more come out, but they're not exactly ones you want to keep on your shelf at home.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you look at PlayStation, it's like they have maybe 1 or 2 extra titles that are just like, yeah, I want to keep this. I want to hang on to this, And really, there should be a lot fucking more than just that. Because, like, if you look at the last generation, we had a fuck ton more games come out within the first year or first 2 years.
Mm. And that's my other thing, too, I want to ask you before we get out of here, Breezy. Do you think that this generation could have used a waiting period? Because I feel like a lot of other people do, is that they could have waited. They could have waited, and they could have actually put in the time to actually, kind of put more time and elbow grease and spit shine on this generation, so we would have more games, we would have more more have more we would have more selection because I feel like it's a drought right now, and you getting all these indie games, which is cool, but I'm not spending $500 on a console, $400 on a console to fucking play, uh, indie games. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got the PC for that, and I feel like that a lot of shit is getting they pushed back Uncharted. Now they talking about they may push back. People talk, it's rumors or whatever out there. They might push back Halo, and I'm at the point in right now that I don't know. I'm at the point now that it's kind of like, what are we doing here? I Bloodborne is one of the exclusives that I've been ecstatic for, and it is living up to the hype so far. But it's kind of just like right now, it's not living up to the hype or the expectation that they set for themselves, either console maker yet. So, like I say, Breezy, I don't know how you feel, but
I mean, they should have the Sony and Microsoft should have waited, or they should have had more studios ultimately working on some games. And when I mean some games, I'm not talking like they should have hired studios to work on Halo level shit, because again, like we mentioned, if you look at the last generation, even some games this generation, games like Valiant Hearts, Child of Light, Journey, Stardust HD, the new Stardust one that came from that company as well. One-off games like a Bulletstorm or something like that. Small games, 4 or 5 hours long, $30, or $20 because Journey's only 2 hours long, just about. It's like this is what they should have had ready to go out the gate, and these should have been, if not monthly releases, bi-monthly releases. That way, it would have held people over until the much larger games were able to slowly start coming out, like your Bloodborns, like your blanking again, like your Rise, Son of Rome's, like your, that's what they should have done, and they didn't do it. I don't think we're gonna see any real heavy punching titles until 2016. I don't think we're going to see anything until 2016 because they came out too early. They came out too damn early. And it was one of those things, I feel, where they saw each other competing. They saw the release dates for both of them coming out. Sony knew that they had to come out and reclaim what they had lost with the PS3. Microsoft got complacent and was like, fuck it, we got the market. And, Microsoft flubbed their release by, having their always online DRM shit installed in the system, which caused them to hurt. And then Sony came out and was like, we're going to give you guys games, but we still want to support the PS3, and then we want to push this PS Vita, and then we got to talk about the PS2 still. And it's just like, listen, stop. Like, go focus on more games. Because honestly, both studios, or not, I'm sorry, not studios, both companies have the capital to hire on small dev teams to put out these small game titles that cost $1-2 million or less than that. Because I think, well, right now, what I like what Ninja Theory is doing, and you know how I feel about Ninja Theory, is they're trying to make Hellblade with a $300,000 budget. At least that's what I saw in the video.
Oh Lord. Okay, well.
Well, have you seen Hellblade?
I had to check it out, but I know it's gonna be DLC to Kingdom Come.
It might be. I don't know. It's like it looks like it looks to me like a game that's sort of like, I don't know. It reminds me so much of Heavenly Sword, but in a good way, to where like they're improving upon what they learned from that. So I think it's dope that they're trying to do that with a budget of $300,000. I mean, I think the budget is a little higher than that, honestly, but I think that's what I remember from watching their videos. I could have that wrong. It might have been like 500,000. But either way, shit like that is what the industry needs. Is it needs games that are made on a shoestring budget that are okay. They don't have to be multi-million-dollar titles like every fucking Grand Theft Auto or every other fucking You know, every other title that comes out, they don't need to be selling 20 and 30 million copies. Too many people right now are betting it all on one title, and that's when they fuck themselves, and that's not good.
Yep. So, yeah, this your boy DJ Killzone Jones and Breezy. We gonna keep it short, man, today, cause shit, ain't nothing happened for real this week. You know, other than Twitch getting hacked. But ain't nobody hit me up. So I'm thankful for that. Ain't nobody hit Breezy up, so I'm thankful for that, man.
I haven't even checked my account for Twitch.
Oh, okay. Well, so before we get up out of here, though, I'm gonna say this: we're getting ready to launch our Patreon campaign for the Beats and Biz podcast. I really, really, really want to do giveaways. I want the fans to build this podcast. I want y'all to tell people I'm gonna be taking some of this money and putting this out in the streets. Like I'm talking about flyers, business cards, posters, lanyards, wristbands, all that type of shit. I'm talking about. I want to really make this be for the fans, by the fans. It's kind of like it's kind of a community that I want to build. Like I want to shout out a couple people. Well, I don't know shout out their names, but I'm just gonna say shout out to all the fans, of the show so far, and that have liked what we have done so far on this show, and we want to make it big and better. I want to get new mics. I want to get. Me and Breezy was talking about getting mixers and do different things to bring up our quality, because I want to give y'all the best quality. I want to get a better webcam. I want y'all to see the whole side of my face down to the hair follicles on my chin. You know what I'm saying? Without me having to zoom in all the way in there and be ghetto-tastic with it. We want to make this be an official thing. I want to give back to the listeners. I want to give opportunities, a lot more opportunities, people to be to contribute to the show and be on. The show will always be open. I'm not gonna contain it. I want to break the knob on Google Plus on the Hangout. I want to be able to have as many people as possible. We may have to switch people in and out because of lag and things of that nature, but I want to have as many people on this podcast to speak. And what I'm saying, long as you let people speak and say their piece, and you don't, if you quick and slick with it, what I'm saying, I'm working on that myself. That's what it's all about. You feel me? I want to make this thing, be better than any podcast out there. No disrespect to any other podcast, but I really want to put money behind this production. I want to put time, promotion, energy into this production, and we want to build other things out of it. So, we're gonna start it off. I'm gonna make a separate video. I'm gonna put the information into this video as well once it's up. But I want to have a separate video talking about what we're gonna have to offer and what you will get as a Patreon contributor. We're gonna have a Kickstarter, and we're gonna have a Indiegogo for after we get everything rolled out. And then I'm also doing a Patreon for my YouTube channel, and I'm doing a GoFundMe for my YouTube channel. And later on down the line, I'm doing a Kickstarter and an Indiegogo for my album and mixtape that I'm gonna be putting out. That is going to be all of that is going to be totally separate from the Beats and Biz podcast. Beats and Biz podcast will be its own entity with me and Breezy. Breezy, I don't know if you mind me sharing this or not. About what we talked about on the business end.
What was that? I don't know. I'm in a dark.
Well, remember we was talking about, like, he was gonna say that I was, gonna head it up or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm handling everything on that. Breezy will be using the podcast and other things that we have in the future to promote his game.
Oh, no. I don't know.
All right,
How
Oh,
much
okay.
was talking about just you heading it up? Be like, you are heading up the podcast and stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that later on down the line because I'm imagining we gonna have to work something out with that. But anyway, uh, well, at least we'll be talking about it, right, Breezy?
Yeah,
On the
we
show.
will. We will
Yeah,
talk about it,
we
but
will talk about it. But you know what I'm saying? We'll talk about it and we'll get to the bridge later on when we get there, because I know I know you got some other stuff in the works or whatever that I don't even know about. So
yeah,
you know you gotta appease those entities and organizations first, and then we'll talk about that at a later date. But
yeah,
anyway, yeah, I'm taking control of everything as far as money wise, but it will be put to good use. I'm not asking people because not I mean I don't want to spend my own money, or I'm not gonna spend my own money. I am, but I want to be able to build this up faster because what I have for the future, for what I want this to be is I want this to be the biggest thing on the street, and I'm not saying that to say that I want to knock off any other person's whatchamacallem, any other person's whatever there any other person's podcast or whatever. I just want to grow this to make this into being something that is not only talked about, but it basically gives any and everybody a shot to be great. You know what I'm saying? I want to have everybody to give everybody a shot. I want this to be a lane for people to come on, that people get discovered up on this show, that they start their careers on this show, whether it be artists, music artists, game developers, whoever. I don't care who it is, but I want to be able to give y'all the platform. And the numbers for the show, I ain't even gonna lie, they're low. They're not what I really want them to be, but it's gonna take time and it's gonna take heavy promotion. It's gonna take these different things, and I'm gonna get out here and start doing that. You will probably see, if you follow my social media links, which will be underneath the video. I gotta go and update all the episodes with all that good shit. Um, you will start seeing that, and it's gonna be a good thing in the future, man. I really, really see see where we're gonna take this, and I'm really confident in what I'm getting ready to do. So whatever you can give, I appreciate it. If it's $1, if it's $5, if it's $10, if it's $100, whatever that you feel like you can give, and whatever that you feel like you want to put in there, and you like I say, this is not me supplementing my income. Everything, I will show everybody where everything is going. I will put it out there what is being used for what. I will shout out who backed the podcast, who backed our other future endeavors as well. It won't be no. I'm not here to try to hit a lick on a whole bunch of people and then run off into the sunset. So that's it. That's all I got to say. This is the Bitz podcast. Me and Breezy, thank you for coming on again, my dude. And we making it do what it do. But as you can see, I'm getting ready to fall all the way back off. I was up reading, playing a little Bloodborne, which I have just posted the video for the first playthrough. It ain't nothing but like 20 or 25 minutes of me failing miserably to figure out how to play this damn game. But I got it now. I probably later on get on and stream some more, so y'all see that. I'm gonna try to stream the order this weekend. I probably ain't gonna do shit to stream and make videos this weekend. I don't know. You know, go buy some new drawers or something. Uh, but yeah, man. I'm fully focused up on this, man. I'm really focused on building this up for us, man. It's gonna be a real bright and tight future for us, Breezy. I know it. You know what I'm saying? We've been through a lot of bullshit, and people have seen that shit publicly and privately. People have seen, some of the shit to a certain extent, And I also want to say this, man. I said it on Facebook and Twitter, man, about last week's episode. I don't hate nobody that I did business with in the past. I don't keep Breezy, get mad at me for bringing this shit up all the time. But I'm just saying it out and putting it out there. I'm not mad at anybody I've done business with or have done business with. My only regret about it is that we started off as friends. You feel me? And I feel like if you do business with somebody and you ain't friends with them, you don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But if you get to become friends and you get to confiding in the people, you think these people is your road dog, that's where the hurt for me came in. Cause I really, I could have played the game and I could have held it down like Breezy was telling me or whatever, not make it a big deal, or some of my friends that was telling me not to make it a big deal. And I was just like, nah, man, because when you put in so much time and you put in a lot, you know what I'm saying, not only for yourself, but then you put in for somebody else, and then they do you any old kind of way because they having a fucking bad day, or you whoop them in a video game or some shit like that, and you put it on Facebook, that's bitch made. You know what I'm saying? I can't respect you, and then you can't have sense enough to pick up a phone and call me and have a conversation. You just immediately get online and you get to getting in your feelings and shit like that, and I done went, and possibly put myself in harm's way because, motherfuckers was talking shit. They was talking shit last year, and this shit, Breeze. They've been talking shit for last couple years about coming to pull up on me at these places and shit like that. So when the person say, I was getting ready to say something else, Breeze. When the person say they gonna pull up on me, I don't take that shit lightly because of where I came from and the shit that I've been through. If a motherfucker say that, and sometimes they just be bullshit, but I never call nobody bluff. I'm not gonna test nobody nuts, and I'm not looking for their ass. If I see them and they on that bullshit, then that shit gets handled accordingly. But I'm not trying to go out here and I did all this work for developers and reviews and shit like that, busting my ass for my own YouTube and stuff like that. Cause like I said, I'm not just doing this for me. You know what I'm saying? When I started YouTubing back in 2008 or 2009, you know what I'm saying? I first started because I wanted to be quote unquote famous. Now I'm seeing that, and I had to grow up and do some maturing. Everything that I'm doing is for me and my family. You know what I'm saying? Everything I want, and I'm sure Breezy will agree with this. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have it like a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have it like, it wasn't all roses, berries, peaches and cream. We wasn't the poets. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't the low end on the totem pole. But that was because our parents got up every day, working 8, 9, 10 hours days, busting their asses, coming home tired, getting sick, hurting themselves and shit like that, just so that we could have.
You're on a hell of a tangent, man.
I'm just saying this shit because people think that, it's already bad enough that we got people, minorities and shit in the gaming industry and everything going to war with each other, and then going to war with these websites.
They're not going to war with each other.
No, they're going to war with each other because every time I look up
silly bullshit on YouTube, that's just silly.
No, I ain't talking about the stuff just on YouTube. I'm talking about the shit that we know about Breezy that not too many people know about. And the mud.
I'm in the dark. I don't know what you're talking about right now.
I'm talking about the shit that was going on with these minority gaming websites.
Oh, those ones.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even consider them. I don't like, honestly, real shit. I don't even consider them legitimate businesses. So I don't even consider them a part of the industry.
No, but I'm saying they ain't even got to the point where they was able to get up off the ground because they was so much entrenched in bullshit.
And they were legitimate fucking businesses, and they had no business plan.
Well, hey, that too. But when you bullshitting and you trying to have a nut checking contest, where it's all about views. It's not about fucking getting some money. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really at this point I don't care about views. I care about
Mm.
the capital, and I'm not saying that I care about the capital so I could just sit here and make it rain like a lot of other YouTubers do. They talk shit about, you know, in these websites too. They talk about shit of how much money they made, like we were saying earlier. I'm here for the people, man, because if it's not for you and 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 the other 300,000 so odd people on YouTube and the other 300,000 people listen to my mixtapes of the people the people I'm trying to help break, and the songs that I fuck with and I like and listen to, we wouldn't even be able to sit here and decide, okay, we're gonna do a podcast because we know that people wouldn't be fucking with it. Like I paid my dues and Breezy paid his dues and shit like that. And that's why I'm kind of just like, fuck the bullshit, you know? Like you can't run through your money buying bullshit and you not putting it into your craft. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna sit up underneath motherfuckers or sitting beside motherfuckers that is gonna, excuse my language, that's gonna just basically just sit on their hands and knees and hope that some shit pop off. No, we got to do this shit by the book. Like I'm at the point now, I can pull up my resume. I'm on, company websites. You got to pay for me. You know what I'm saying? Because because my fan base expects that. You know what I'm saying? The people that subscribe to me are growing with me. The people that I interviewed, they're growing with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I interviewed the Jungle Rumble people at PAX. Like, one of the, they were getting interviews and shit like that through the whole day. But I noticed, like, when I had the conversations with the developer team, and I got a chance I think I got to re-download it because something was going on with my save file. But you know what I'm saying? When I had a chance to interview them and hang out with them and do things with them, like, and really rap with them, and then to see them after I interview them, to see them go and PlayStation picks them up and they put their game on the Vita, like, that's inspiring, man, to me. And then to see Jason David Frank, one of my first major interviews, like that was one of my first major interviews when I was on STFU and Play, and I did that interview. Like, we talked about the Super Mega Force episode, where they had the legendary battle. It was boo boo. It was boo boo as shit. But the fact that they went and they got all the old Rangers and they had them on screen for a hot second, was hot. That they even had did what they did, and the way that they did what they did, it was hot. It wasn't as good as the original, Go Kiger episode, but it was hot, and I saw that his passion towards Saban netted him a new contract, and now he's working on the movie and doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like seeing that type of shit. Like, I like seeing Tef Poe, a guy that that is an inspiration for my city. Not only did he go and he dropped his album, that was like he dropped his album, but in the midst of turmoil and craziness in the city, he was able to promote that album, make that album be a success, and then he pretty much let his label deal go to make his own, label, which is Delmar Records, and they having a Kickstarter right now. And y'all need to check that out. They needed, I think, 10 grand to make it by the end of the day. I don't know if they're gonna get it, or I think it's 2 more days, but I don't know if they're gonna get it. But I pray that they do, because them are some real guys over there, man. And they, I can just go on about the shit that I've seen, but it's just, I'm here to help people grow, man. And as I grow, the people grow. Because when you talk about entertainment, people forget. These artists and these YouTubers and these website owners, they forget that without the people, that you ain't shit. Is it safe to say that, Breezy, that people forget their shit?
I would say, I mean, I thought the show was ending, but
Yeah.
I would say people, when they finally get in that position where they want it to be, they forget how to pay it forward. They forget how
Hmm.
to help, not necessarily the little guy out, but be somewhat of a guiding force or whatnot, so they don't make the same mistakes that they made going into it, you know? And it sucks. It's not fair, really, in my opinion, and I know life's not fair, but it's like it doesn't have to be such a clusterfuck of egos, personalities, and just plain old bullshit and unpreparedness. You know what I mean? I have seen many a websites have the right mindset towards what they needed to be doing, have the right staff to do what they needed to be doing, but they something happens and they end up fucking up the whole thing, and they end up becoming what I like to call too corporate. I find that the happiest and the most successful businesses are the businesses that don't become too corporate. They allow people to be themselves, because ultimately what people want when they read or write or watch YouTube videos, what have you, is they want to be able to relate to that person. They want to be able to know who they're reading, know who they're watching, and know who's writing what. They want personality. And I find that a lot of people believe that in order to be successful, they have to kill personalities. That's the
Hmm.
worst thing you can
Yeah,
do.
you hit the nail on the head. I was thinking about it as we started the show, and you're right. I don't give a
Bottle,
damn.
yeah,
This is me.
bottle that personality up, sell it. You are a brand. You are, I'll use us as an example. You are DJ Killzone Jones. What you offer people is you offer your unique perspective on some shit. That's something they can't get elsewhere. You're not the fucking, Visine commercial, red eyes, blue eyes motherfucker. You're not him.
Hmm.
Don't try to be him. Be you. Because when you're you, and you go into a business meeting, I guarantee you, whoever's going to do business with you, whether it's an ad sponsorship deal or a promotional deal or a product placement deal, they know what they're getting into. They already prepared to, see you, hear you say some crazy off the wall shit, because that's what you do. So it's like, and then there's other companies that you can partner with as well who don't really give a fuck about what you say. So it's like I don't understand why people try to put that suit and tie on when it comes to personalities ultimately selling a lot of the shit that people consume. I mean, you like your favorite rapper not because he's really a great lyricist, but because you think he a cool dude. You like your favorite YouTuber not because he plays video games great, but because he has interesting commentary. You know, I see too many people falling into that trap with like catchphrases and shit like that where they trying to
Hmm.
be like somebody else. You being like somebody else ain't gonna get you no damn well. Be
Hmm.
you. And if you happen to fall in line with that other person, so be it. But there's still gonna be enough of you left to the point where people still feel like you are you and they gonna wanna get shit from you. So that's all I gotta say about that. And yeah.
All right. Well, so this is Beats and Biz podcast number 16. You see me. Shout out Murphy Lee. Shout out J.E. Shout out Keywine, Nelly, the St. Lunatics. I just had to put that out there. I'm trying to help them bring that back. Well, it ain't went nowhere, but I just like that tagline. You see me. So that's what we naming the show. You see me. You see us. You see Killzone. You see Breezy. And we up out of here, man. Pick the new shirt, man. I gotta go wash this mug. I spilled the drink on it and messed up. Well, you know what? Hold up. Oh, it came. Oh, I'm hitting the streets with this, baby. I'm hitting the streets with this today on. You feel me? So if you see me, I got this shirt on. If you see me, you know what I'm saying. So holla at your boy. It's your boy DJ Killzone Jones and Breezy. We thank y'all for making it to the end of this. And if you did, but
Hell of
if
a
you did,
long ending.
yeah, I know, hey, but it is what it is. This your boy DJ Killzone Jones Breezy. I'm gonna holler at you because you see I'm finna fall all the way back off.
Yeah.
I do get tired. Damn it, we I get tired. I don't know what Gates be on, but shout out Kevin Gates too. But I get tired, so I am getting ready to take a nap, and then you know what I'm saying, y'all might see me out here in this bad boy. Look at this shit, Breeze. This shit is cold, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's cold as hell. But anyway, so I holler at y'all. We'll holler at y'all next week. You know, y'all might get a mini soul in between this week and next week's episode. Like I said, matter of fact, that's gonna be the mini soul that's gonna be talking about the Patreon and shit you can get. Last week I was gonna give away another humble bundle, another PSN card, and this Nightfall, Halo Nightfall, because nobody play the game. But I'm gonna be putting it out there some more. That's gonna be all of that's gonna be probably in the next video. So if you haven't done what we asked you, you gotta like the video, subscribe to my channel, and then you got to comment. Those are the three things you got to do. Wait, hold on, four things. Share. You do them four things. You in it. I got a nifty little app. It's called Heartbeat. It shows you if you ever want to know how much, if you're nosy and you want to know how much your favorite YouTube is actually getting money and how many people are actually watching this shit. You go on there or her shit, and you go on there, you can see all of it, and it also has this neat feature called Pick a Winner. So I can pretty much go and use that as my randomization tool. I don't have to go off to no another random site. I ain't have to show you all that bullshit. It's done on YouTube through the Heartbeat app, and it shows you everybody's metrics, everybody's breakdown. So when I say I'm getting views, y'all can see it. It may not be as big as Total Biscuit or Jimquisition, a hip hop gamer, but shit, I'm doing my thing, and I want y'all to be a part of it. I want to meet some of y'all that I'm subscribed to, and hang out with y'all and kick it with y'all and do things with y'all and give stuff away to y'all. So oh shit, what the fuck? Anyway, yeah, so this your boy DJ Killzone Jones and Breezy, and we go on for real, damn it. Breezy, I'm gonna hit you up later. Peace.
All right, man, take it easy. Peace.